This video is number 2 in the series titled The Secrets of Life. The videos in the Secrets of Life series will present various subjects that are meant to help the viewer see the world as it really is. Some of the videos in this series will contain a thorough explanation of the subject of the video. Other videos in this series will contain only a partial explanation or no explanation at all. There are a few reasons for providing a video with only a partial explanation or no explanation at all. A video with only a partial explanation or no explanation at all will stimulate the thinking of the viewer as they try to understand the video on their own. A video with only a partial explanation or no explanation at all may also coerce the viewer into contact with information they may not have come in contact with without the stimulus of the unexplained video. An unexplained video can also have the ability to push the viewer into an altered state of consciousness as their brain struggles to make sense of what is shown in the video. When the human brain is in an altered state of consciousness, it can gain the ability to more quickly understand things that seem mysterious. With that introduction, the subject of the second video in the series titled The Secrets of Life can begin. This video is related to the first video of this series. The subject of the first video in this series was the African dance shown in this video clip. The model human being in this picture was then posed in the same way as the African dance posture. Here is a side view of the model human being in the African dance pose. A transparent sphere was placed on the legs as shown in this picture. The front part of the sphere is completely within the boundaries of the straight legs. The front part of the sphere superimposed on the legs looks like an unbroken flowing curve running from the hips down to the feet. There is more insight into the human body that can be demonstrated using the side view picture of the sphere and the model human body in the African dance posture. The picture needs to be modified first by moving the sphere forward as shown in this picture. The rear curve of the sphere now connects the hips to the feet as highlighted by the line in the picture. This picture with the front curve of the sphere superimposed on the leg was used to propose the idea that the leg could behave as one large curve. If the leg and the large curve of the sphere are interchangeable in this picture, then the leg and the rear curve of the sphere in this picture should also be interchangeable because the front and rear curves of the sphere are the same. If the rear curve of the sphere and the leg are interchangeable, that means the rear curve of the sphere could literally be replaced by the leg. This picture shows another model human being positioned behind the first model human being and facing the opposite direction of the first model human being. The new model human being is positioned so that the rear curve of the sphere is superimposed on the leg in the same location that the front curve was located on the forward-facing leg of the first model human being. Next, the sphere is removed from the picture. Please examine the legs in the resulting picture. One pair of legs bends to the front, while the other identical pair of legs bends to the rear. There is a gap between the two pairs of legs as highlighted by the arrow in the picture. Watch what happens when both human bodies are repeatedly raised into a standing posture, then lowered into the posture used for the African dance. In the previous animation, when the human bodies stand up, the legs move together until they are superimposed on top of each other. When the bodies are lowered into the African dance pose, each pair of legs flexes in the opposite direction to the other. When the legs flex, a large gap is created between the two opposing pairs of legs. Besides being interesting visually, what practical use does this manipulation of the legs of model human beings have? According to Happy Theory, what has been shown in this video can provide insight into how the human body works at a deep level. Do you know what a bellows is? A bellows is a device used by a blacksmith to blow air onto a fire. When the bellows blows air onto the fire gets hotter. Please watch the following short video clip of a man using a bellows.
ඉන්නකොට එනවා අපිත් එක්ක. ඈ පරණ ඥාතිද කොයි?
Did you see how the bellows works? The man pulls on a string that pulls the two sides of the bellows together, which forces air out of the bellows and onto the fire. When the man releases the string, the sides of the bellows spread apart so they can take air in to replace the air that was squeezed out when the two sides of the bellows were forced together. The animation of the two model human beings moving up and down from a normal posture to the African dance posture will now be shown again. Please watch the video clip of the man working the bellows again.
ඉන්නකොට එනවා අපිත් එක්ක. ඈ පරණ ඥාතිද කොයි?
Do you see the connection between the bellows and the two model human beings moving up and down? What if the animation of the model human beings is turned sideways? The movement of the legs of the two model human beings is like a bellows. When the two model human beings have their knees flexed, there is a space in between them, like the space between the two sides of the open bellows. When the two model human beings stand up, the space between the legs closes up, just like the gap between the two sides of the bellows closes up when the blacksmith pulls the string. If a bellows pumps air on a fire, and the legs of the model human being look like a bellows, what are the legs pumping, and where are they pumping it to?